Imagine opening a kitchen drawer and feeling a small, quiet sigh inside your chest instead of a small panic. Imagine walking across a room and not needing to plan each step because the space simply feels easy. If you have ever come home from a short walk and thought, "I'm tired for no reason," your surroundings might be part of the reason. A home that fits your life can calm your days. Small things: old pill bottles tucked behind the shampoo, an extra chair that rarely gets used, shirts that don't fit, add up in ways that touch your body and your mind. In the next few minutes, I'll share a kind, practical plan to find more ease at home. You'll hear gentle steps you can take this week, today, or whenever you're ready. Talk with your doctor first about any medical items before you throw things away. And remember that every choice you make is about creating comfort and safety for the life you are living now. Medicine and the little bottles that carry more than pills. Let's begin where many of us start the day, the bathroom cabinet. Picture a late afternoon, a quiet Tuesday at 3 p.m., sunlight on the counter. You open that cabinet and see a row of small bottles. One label says, "Expires May 2021. Another bottle is half full, a tablet or two rattling around. When you see that, take a breath and think about what it means to keep it. Old or expired medications don't just take space. They can confuse routines. If you or a caregiver reach for the wrong bottle, it can cause a worrying moment. Many pharmacies and community centers have drop-off days, on certain Saturdays in March or around medication take-back week, where you can safely dispose of what you no longer need. Call your local pharmacy or check your city's website for a collection date near you. If you live in a small town, your county health department usually lists safe disposal options. If you are unsure about a prescription, ask your doctor or pharmacist whether it's still useful. Take a quiet hour and gather every medicine bottle in the house. Put them on the kitchen table on a soft towel. Look at each label. If the date is old, say older than 2 years, or if it's marked for a condition you no longer have, set it aside to discuss with a pharmacist. For supplements and vitamins, check the expiration date too. They can lose potency or cause interactions. Make this a gentle, single-step task. One cabinet, one shelf, one small box to check off. When those bottles are gone, your cabinet will feel orderly and your daily routine will be clearer. Big furniture, small rooms. Move for ease and safety. Now walk into your living space and notice how you move. Picture yourself walking from the front door to the kitchen on a Sunday afternoon, carrying a small bag from the store. Is there a clear path? Or do you find yourself angling around a heavy coffee table you rarely use? As we get older, our balance and stamina can change. A roomy path isn't just nicer, it's safer. Think about the chair you don't sit in anymore, the table that holds a stack of magazines but never serves as a table, the extra sofa cushion that gets rearranged once a month. Those items were once useful. They told a story. But a home that fits the present moment should invite movement, not require navigating around obstacles. Try this simple test. On a calm afternoon, move one large piece of furniture 5 feet. If the room feels easier to move through, consider whether that piece should live somewhere else or go to a new home. Many local charities will pick up furniture on a scheduled day. Others have drop-off locations. If mobility is a concern, prioritize removing items that block the most used walkways, the path from bed to bathroom, the kitchen to the living room, and the entryway. A single change, removing a heavy table or replacing a large ottoman with a small basket, can make daily tasks less tiring and lower the chance of a trip or stumble. Clothes that fit the life you live now. Open your closet and imagine the last 5 mornings. Which outfits did you choose without thinking? Which hangers hold clothes you pull out only on rare occasions? Clothes are intimate objects. They remember jobs, vacations, children's milestones. But when your wardrobe is full of items that no longer fit your routine or your body, the closet becomes a slow-acting stressor. Take one afternoon, maybe after lunch on a Wednesday, and try a simple exercise. Pull out 5 items you haven't worn in over 2 years. It might be the suit that you kept just in case, a dress for a party that hasn't happened, or pants that are comfortable when you were younger but not now. Hold each piece. Ask, does this make me feel comfortable? Does this belong in my life this week, this month, this year? If not, consider donating it to a charity that serves older adults, or pass it on to family members who will use it. If you are keeping clothes for warmth, consider whether a newer sweater or a warmer throw does a better job. Your comfort matters more than nostalgia. And practical choices, such as shoes with non-slip soles, sweaters you can put on without reaching into the back of a high closet shelf, and pants with elastic waists if you prefer ease, make daily life calmer. Letting go of ill-fitting clothes can make dressing simpler, save energy, and restore a little dignity to the mornings. The kitchen. Keep what you use, love what you use. Imagine a light Saturday, the radio playing a familiar tune, and you want to make toast and tea. You open the cabinet and reach in. Is it effortless? Or does it take a few moments to find the toaster's slot or the mug you prefer? Kitchens collect things like memories, mismatched plates from years of gift-giving, extra sets bought for holidays long past, and plastic containers without lids. Decide on one shelf to focus on first. On that shelf, take everything out and place it on the counter. Count the number of plates you actually use in a typical week. For most people who live alone or as a couple, a set of 4 plates, for bowls, and spare mugs is more than enough. Keep your favorite pan for stovetop cooking and one larger pot for soups. That way, cleaning is faster and the drawer opens easily. If some items are full of memories, like a serving bowl from a family event, either place it somewhere visible where it will be used sometimes, or take a photograph of it and store that image in a small album. A single photo on the kitchen fridge can keep the memory without occupying a high cabinet. When you choose to use your best dishes daily, everyday meals become small, comforting celebrations. Drawers, small spaces, and hidden expired things. Some of the quietest clutter hides in drawers. Batteries that no longer hold a charge, tubes of cream that have dried at the top, and obsolete chargers are small items that still take up attention. These things don't shout. They chip away at your sense of order. Start with one small drawer, the junk drawer, the drawer by the phone, or the bedside table. Empty it onto a towel and pick up each item. Check batteries against a small, inexpensive tester, or simply put a fresh set in the device to see if it works. Toss single-use items that are broken or dried out. Wipe the drawer with a damp cloth. Put back only the items you really use. This activity can be more meaningful than it sounds. When you finish, you'll have one small corner of your home that feels managed. That feeling grows. Over a few days, repeat the process for another drawer. If medication or medical supplies are involved, ask your care provider whether they should be kept or safely disposed of. Paper trails, letters, receipts, and the quiet weight of paper. Paper piles are a common, persistent kind of clutter. Envelopes, old warranties, faded photos, and receipts create a landscape of unfinished tasks. For many people, paper also carries memory in a tactile way. Care notes from family, old menus, and letters. But when the stacks grow, they nudge at your attention. Choose a single afternoon and a flat surface like a dining table. Sort paper into 3 piles. Keep, shred, and recycle. Keep only what is truly needed. Current medical records, tax documents for the advised number of years, and warranties still within the valid period. Many banks keep records online. For older statements, check how long your bank retains them online before you decide to keep a paper copy. For sentimental letters, select a very small box, maybe one shoebox, and allow yourself 30 minutes to choose which letters to keep. Photographs can be scanned and stored digitally. A weekend scanning session can free up drawer space while protecting memories. If thinking about taxes or legal papers feels overwhelming, arrange a short, 1-hour appointment with a trusted family member, a friend, or a local library volunteer who offers document help. Doing this with company can make the process feel safer and warmer. Once the stacks shrink, your desk or tabletop will become usable again for reading, crafting, or having a cup of tea. Decorations and small furnishings. Keep what warms you. Shelves and mantelpieces often carry treasures collected over decades. Figurines, small vases, and mementos are lovely, but when every surface is covered, the home can feel visually busy rather than cozy. Walk slowly around your living room on an evening when you are relaxed. When you stop at a piece and smile, that object may deserve a place. If you glance and feel nothing, consider whether that item might bring someone else more joy. A helpful rule is to rotate. Display a few meaningful items at a time and store the rest in clearly labeled boxes. That way, you can change the look of a room seasonally without overwhelming it. If you decide to part with items, including them in a small estate sale or donating to a local thrift shop can keep their stories alive. For fragile keepsakes that you can't part with but never look at, consider photographing them and compiling a small album. Owning the memory, rather than the physical object, can be freeing. Sentimental objects. How to keep memory without carrying weight. This section asks for tenderness. Many of us keep jewelry, letters, photos, or a box of small objects because they are tied to love or loss. Those items can comfort us, but sometimes they become anchors that pull attention backward when our eyes should be on the day ahead. Start by choosing one small box. Open it gently. Handle each item with care, and allow yourself to notice how you feel. If touching an object brings warmth, keep it. If it brings a deep ache that makes you tired, acknowledge that feeling and consider whether the item is helping or holding you back. You do not have to throw everything away. Choose a few truly precious things to keep in a small memory chest or to pass along to family members who will appreciate them. For the rest, consider writing a short note about the memory and gifting the object along with that note. Passing an item forward can be an act of kindness that keeps the story alive. If the idea of disposing of sentimental objects feels too hard to face alone, ask a trusted friend or a family member to sit with you while you sort. Sometimes conversation helps ease the heart's work. You can also take photographs of the items and create a small album or digital slideshow to share with relatives. That can preserve the story and lighten the shelves. Gentle routines that keep clutter away. Clearing a home is one thing. Keeping it feeling calm is another. Simple routines, little habits you can do in 5 to 15 minutes, protect the work you've done. After a few weeks of decluttering, establish one small daily habit. Perhaps a 10-minute evening tidy where you put away 3 items that have wandered out of place. Or a short Sunday afternoon sweep where you glance through the medicine cabinet and the top drawer. Another helpful habit is a donation box kept in a closet or the garage. When you find something you no longer need, place it in the box. When the box is full, take it to a local donation pickup or drop off. That prevents sentimental recycling, where an item is returned to you because it was put away too quickly. For papers, try a weekly mail routine. Spend 10 minutes after lunch on Mondays sorting new mail, file, respond, toss. These small acts keep the mountain from growing back. If mobility or memory is a concern, pair a routine with a reminder you trust. A calendar on the fridge, a gentle alarm on a phone, or a sticky note on the door. Ask a neighbor or family member to check in once a month for a friendly tidy session. Little steps, repeated, become a lifestyle. Safety, comfort, and when to ask for help. Some decluttering brings physical risks. Moving heavy furniture, dealing with old electronics, or handling medical waste is best done with support. If you need help, call a family member, a trusted friend, or a local community service that assists older adults with home tasks. Many churches, senior centers, and volunteer organizations offer free or low-cost help for clearing and small moves. If you are sorting through expired medications or sharp objects, consult your pharmacist or local health services about safe disposal. If deciding what to keep or let go feels overwhelming, bring in a neutral companion, a trusted friend, a professional organizer with experience working with seniors, or a counselor who understands grief and memory. Sometimes letting go carries strong emotions, and having someone to talk with makes the work lighter. If financial items or legal papers are involved and you feel uncertain, make an appointment with a legal aid professional or an accountant for one brief session. A small investment in advice can prevent confusion later. At the end of a day of clearing a drawer, moving a table, donating 5 items of clothing, or sorting a stack of papers, notice how you feel. Often there's a subtle shift. Your breath may be easier, the room softer, the choices at hand clearer. Decluttering after 70 isn't about throwing away memory. It's about choosing what helps you live with more peace, safety, and dignity today. This process is not a race. You can take one small step today. Empty one drawer, identify one box to donate. Call the pharmacy to ask about safe medicine drop-off dates for your area. When you do one thing, you make space for rest and for the things that matter most. Morning tea, calls with friends, a good book, a walk down the block. Gentle reminders and practical steps to start this week. On Monday afternoon, set a timer for 15 minutes and check one drawer. On Wednesday, take 3 garments from your closet to a donation bag. On Saturday morning, empty one kitchen shelf and place a favorite mug where it's easy to reach. Call your pharmacy and ask about safe disposal of expired medications. If you prefer company, invite a friend for tea and make sorting a shared activity. Bring music or photos to make it gentle. Talk with your doctor about any medical questions, especially before tossing or changing medical supplies. Everyone's health is different. If memory is a concern, ask a family member or caregiver to help label boxes and create a short list of items kept and their locations. If you feel unsure, small steps in company will make this process feel kinder. Which of these ideas feels easiest to try this week? Which small corner of your home would you like to make calmer? A drawer, a shelf, a chair that gets in your way? Tell me in the comments what you plan to do or what you have already done. Hearing your small victories helps others feel brave enough to try. If this video felt helpful, consider subscribing for more gentle tips for daily life. If you enjoy helpful tips for daily life, consider subscribing. Thank you for spending this time tending your home and your calm. Take it one careful, kind step at a time.